Today we are going to be canning some strawberry jam. And to start out with our canning, we're going to need a big pot. And this is actually a hot water bath canner here that I have. But you need something large enough to go over the jars and that you can boil the water in. So right now I have my jars inside and I have them sterilizing. I don't know if you can see them in there, they're kind of clear, but I have 2 pint jars and 4 half-pint jars. And so you need a total of 8 pints. Sorry, 8 half-pints. And anyway, I put a little bit of vinegar in the water because I have hard water. That'll keep the hard water from sticking to your jars. And I'm going to have these just staying warm while I'm making the strawberry preserves. Okay, so we're going to start with our strawberries. You need to wash them and rinse them really well. And then I'm just going to take off, here is the green part, where you're just going to kind of cut across the top. You could core the center. I don't worry about doing that. And we're just going to cut these in small enough pieces that whenever we put them in the pan, we're going to be able to mash them. So 3 pounds of strawberries. Okay, so now I've got the strawberries in a very tall pan because we're going to be boiling this. And then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So you're going to turn this on and start warming it up and start mashing it. Once we start getting some juices built up in here, we are going to add our pectin. Okay, and so we are going to add a whole package of Sure-Jell pectin to our strawberries, and we're going to make sure that gets dissolved very well. And we're going to continue to mash this. As you can see that I've still got quite a few strawberries in here that are whole. And we're going to cook these and bring them to a boil that cannot be stirred down. Okay, so now our strawberries are up to a full boil that you can't, stir away. And we're going to add 7 cups of white sugar. Now we're going to bring this back up to a boil again with the sugar. Okay, so our strawberries have come to a full boil again, and we're going to want them to boil like this for at least another minute. Now once this minute is up, we're going to turn off the heat, but we're immediately going to start putting these in jars. Now I have a jar lifter to get the jars out of the hot water, which I will show you in a moment. And be careful because everything is going to be super hot. Okay, so here is my jar remover, so you don't have to handle the hot jars that are in the boiling water. And you bring those over here. And you can skim off of the foam off of your jam. I'm choosing not to this time. And then we're going to use a funnel to get our jam in there. Now we're going to fill it up till it's to the first ring on the jar. That leaves about an inch head space. You want to make sure that the top of your jar is clean. We're going to add a lid and the ring, and we're going to put it back in the water until you get all of your jars filled. Okay, so I've got all of my jars in my water bath, and now we are going to let them water bath for at least 10 minutes. And we're going to let them do their thing for 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is up, we can turn the heat off and let them set for another 5 minutes, and then we will remove them from the water. And here we are. They have been processing for 10 minutes. Oh, we already got a pop, so it's cooling down. But it processed for 10 minutes, sat in the water for 5, and now I'm removing them from the heat. And whenever they are completely cooled, let them sit for 24 hours. Make sure they are completely cooled, then you can remove the ring before storing them. And make sure that your button is popped in and will not pop back out before storing it also. So there you go. There is our strawberry jam. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and have a blessed week.